Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Mission info has been updated.
You look well. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right?
Boss? If you place a marker on the map, you can keep track of where you want to go, even when the map's closed.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
You have arrived at your destination.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas. It's them. Boss, watch out. It's the Skulls. Don't let them find us.
Boss, whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
Caution.
Watch it any further and you'll leave the mission area.
Caution. You are about to leave the mission area. Caution. You are about to leave the mission area. Caution. You are about to leave the mission area.
Run, boss! You've got to lose him!
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
This is no time to fight, boss. Those things aren't human. And you've got Miller to worry about on top of that. Just run! Where the hell are they? is cleared. It looks like they're gone.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Men, survivors from 9 years ago were wiped out in minutes.
Put Miller in.
Come on,
This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing.
Support
Request
helicopter has
immediate removal.
arrived.
This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
Support helicopter has arrived.
This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away.
Bing.
She came Star Gamer.
Yes,
Gamer, how are you?
خلني
fine. How are you?
Very best.
تبى تلعب بالسيرفر
Silver.
A new place. Together.
Testing.
That we can call home.
Testing?
السيرفر
ليش؟
غيروها بطلت الماب صاروا العادية.
Yeah, we were dogs.
بس ليش؟
Slinking around.
أنا
ليش لا؟
Life for sight.
ليش لا؟ لأنه بلاقي.
Whatever kind of dirty money.
بالعكس والله احسن من السيرفرات الحقيقية.
You name it.
علي السيرفر بيركلك بس الجيم لا. فهو نحن بنعوض اللاج تبع السيرفر باللاج تبع الجيم.
Diamond dogs.
لا والله سيرفراتهم مش بعدها.
مرحبا صديقي، كيف حالك؟
Ourselves.
هلا سند لوكيشن صديقي.
Death.
مرحبا صديقي، كيف حالك؟ لا عن جد مرحبا صديقي، كيف حالك هالمرة؟ يعني السيرفرات تبع السيرفرات، والله السيرفرات يلقوا احسن منهم.
Yeah. I remember it all.
سلم عليك أحمد درعاوي هكا. تعرفه؟
كيف؟
تعرف درعاوي هكا؟
اه
هذا زعم واحد بالبرمجة.
يحط ريدي،
درع اسمه أحمد خالد.
يحط هذا ريدي ولا لا؟
يلا هيو قاعد تخشين شايف عندي جت اكس مليون ومليونين.
لانه انا اللي عندي مليار 500.
انتوا عالم عايشة الكويت، النت عندكم بيشتغل على
كويت.
It all ends soon, exactly as I've planned.
كرشت.
Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
عادي بخش تخافش. هذا عشانك كنت مستعجل.
كرشت كمان مرة.
ايه؟
كرشت كمان مرة.
ما ادري ليش.
ما فيت ما يعني.
انت بالطيارة؟
لا الباقي ما فيت. ايش سود انا؟
هايني قاعد بخش هلا عشان شو اسوي.
Even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost.
لا انا بسمع اصوات بس كمان شفت صوت.
ما هو هيك مرات بيسموه.
وات الماب الجديدة.
You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group of
كيف
other
حافظ بيدي
nations,
كيف قال.
even the
تحكي
US.
جد؟
والله جد.
And I was the
كيف
parasite
اليوم
below,
لعبت
feeding off
ثلاثة
Zero's
ويجيب
power.
اتوقع صاير اسمه تراندوم. مثل الطقس يعني عرفت شلون؟
لو يعملوها انه احنا نختار
Came after you in Cyprus. Then
نو
after
بروبلم.
Cypher
تمام معي بالمسألة.
keeps growing,
كونكشن فيلد ينعن. اطلع معنا
swallowing
بشطيها.
everything in its path.
خلصت بيبقى كده مرة ثانية
Bigger
بكمل.
and bigger.
Sound muted. Microphone muted.
Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new mother base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before. God. What should I do? Boss? Tell me. Tell me like you used to. Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause. Cause. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper. I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway. Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Let them talk.
We can crush Cypher, boss. the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. Okay. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you? Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother
You can only
Base.
Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. Boss! No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye droid. Select staff management on the Mother Base menu.
Extraction arrived
So that
at
staff
Mother
member was
Base.
placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that'll support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please specify
That's the R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Doesn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss.
Let's do this,
Try
boss.
throwing. It's the best way to knock I suppose that works too.
Extraction
complete.
arrived at Mother
One thing I
Base.
should mention. A Fulton extraction
Unit
won't
function
always be
added.
successful.
Development
If the
project
person is
has
injured,
been
the shock
added.
of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your iDroid. Select weapons items under the
Please
development.
specify
Now select
project.
cardboard box and start development. Be aware that development requires... Development has finished.
Please select a
You can
drop
have the
point.
support unit supply you with weapons and
Supplies
items you develop.
requested.
Think of it as your own personal...
Supply drop complete.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission
You won't
info
make any
has been
GMP or
updated.
find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit. Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing it. Try it one more time. Thanks for that, boss. Once you grab someone, you're free to do as you want. Boss. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for now. Go ahead and knock him out. Good. Go on and extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother
Strike an
Base.
adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him. Extract the staff member. Boss, let's do this. Starting to
Extraction
feel like yourself
arrived
again?
at Mother
The rest will
Base.
fall into place with some time in the field. Go ahead and call the chopper from your iDroid.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Thanks, boss. Go for them, not me.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Microphone activated.
What the fuck.
يعني انا لا فتحت اعدادات ولا غيرت ولا ظبطت ولا زدت او فصلت.
What the fuck ايمان. عندك جيم صار. هاي ما سجلت فيه الموقع لافتك اياه.
Mission completed.
بليار جان.
I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you.
Open your eye drive.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain.
Why Dikelia?
The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dikelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dikelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amur River 4 years ago,
عندي
Todd went right
عندي
out the
المقبلة
window.
بنطوها.
مين هذا
The
البيت؟
U.S. Congress chose not to ratify
والله لا
SALT
يحب
2.
حسب
Breaking
الطيزة.
hardline politics one
لا
time
لا
had seen a landslide.
اوكي رايحين على بوفكن
According to
احنا
him,
ماشي
رايحين على
the
بوفكن
Soviet
احنا
Union's
الو
an evil empire.
ماشي عبالة تشبك يا حبيبي تطلق
رايحين على بوفكن لحالنا
And there's
اوكي
been no end
يا
to
شباب
racial
والله مليت
conflicts and civil
من
wars.
انا رحت على
Lebanon,
بوفكن يا
the Falklands,
روح
Lebanon,
اتفرج علي بينجو. يلا جايكم بس اخلص هين.
the story never
انا
changes.
بالبوفكن انا فوق
Egypt
المجالات
and Israel did
شو بتلعب؟ احمي لي اياها بعيونك. روح شوف على الستريم.
assassinated afterward. Apparently his actions were
انا
considered a
بالبوفكن
betrayal
انا
of
صرت
his
في البيت
fellow
الاحمر
Arabs. Islamic extremists? Yes.
هي تكارة
Fundamentalist
بالبناء
extremists have
كامل
been
ستريم.
responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent
عم بحفظ كل العابي البلاي ثروز على اليوتيوب بتفرج عليهم بعدين.
embassy workers hostage.
نايس
and
ستريمر
suicide bombings in Lebanon.
الله
300
ستريمر
foreign soldiers
اغبى
stationed there have
اغبى
been
اغبى
killed.
شيء مفتوح هنجرات واحد
Countries have yet to develop an effective means
هو
of
راح
dealing
بيت
with
الاحمر ولا
terrorism.
هنجرة
Afraid of losing
أطلع
their
من-
own
برجعكم
ما في
برجعكم.
لا.
Channel
out,
switched.
handing private forces a golden opportunity. Private forces. Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, hmm? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex. Yeah, the doctor mentioned that. Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that? I think so. When? Right after I wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that. I will. All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get. Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about? You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department. Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here. Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice. And if it wasn't, they'd leave? Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms. All right. Go on. Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe. You went that far for me? Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka. So half Gulag, half hero sword. It was a perfect fit. But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases. So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse. The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then. You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike. Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of. If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch. Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was. All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end... The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand. I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les enfants terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979, the Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on. Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Marker placed. Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination.
Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target. Seen many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Yeah.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Всем подразделениям, быть начеку.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target. Compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Говорят, хамиды в Досмосее ломан, что ли? Похоже, гражданским тоже досталось.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Это грязная ложь. Товарищи,
That's the target.
классы не обсуждаются. Мы должны выполнять данные нам задачи.
Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Side ops list updated.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve, objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Please select a mission. Submission accepted. The map has been updated.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah!
disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Your map has been updated.
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Часто вижу, у тебя
That's the target.
Да, я всегда читаю газеты и журналы с той стороны. следующий раз ты должен научить меня еще чему-нибудь. Конечно, увидимся.
That Soviet soldier in the Green Beret is speaking English. Must be a language specialist. With him on our side, we'd be capable of Russian interpretation support. Try and extract him.
Side-op completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Outpost captured.
That radio transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
User joined your
حبك
channel.
تلعب؟
العب شو؟
لا يلا افتح
شو؟
ببج.
Our army army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright
Yalla.
crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities.
يلا.
And I've created a base development unit. It has two roles,
كلب ابنك
material refinement and platform
Me.
construction.
مو انت
I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build
يا
new
حيوان.
platforms,
ليه؟
add a greater number of
واحد
staff
عمل
to our
هاك
ranks.
لشركة ناسا
إيه.
وإدى
Need any
معلومات عن
specific
وجود كائنات
instructions from
فضائية.
you to refine the materials.
لا تولى.
But I want you
حياة
to be the
الله.
one to decide
نعم.
how we construct platforms.
طب يلا.
Once we have sufficient GMP
ثواني ما
and the
بحسن
required
اسكر هلا
material
اخلص
resources,
المهمة.
you can issue
لا هلا
construction
بدك
orders
تسكر.
from your iDroid.
خلصت.
يلا جاي.
User left your channel.
Boss, we've received a back channel request from Langley. We find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
User joined your channel. User was moved
ملتوف
to your
ملتوف.
channel.
شو عم
لا.
تعمل؟
شو؟
شو عم تعمل؟
عم سيسكو شو بدي اعمل غير هيك؟
ايه تعال شغلنا الو.
خليني قال طفيها يا زلمه.
لا هلا لا في
خلص انتهى عصره.
لا هلا بدك تحطها. يلا اتش بي كي.
يلا سكر لعبة.
معي اديب ومدري مين. اديب ومين.
فتح عادية ما
شو عادية؟
ببج عادية بس
ليش شو في غير ببج عادية؟
في تست سيرفر
شو بتصير يعني هاي؟
بتخري بس
بتست بقلب السيرفر.
انت كل
بس
خرا.
اسمه طجت سيرفر حبيبي، تجيب طجت وتعال تعبي فيه مي.
في مجال تاكل خرا انت؟
لا ما انا محلك ما بس
تعال.
مين معك يلعن ايه يا الله لنموت. يلا ريد.
انا حاضر رجع شنو؟
راح نموت من افاهون الله دول. قوم نطلع نلعب دو احسن.
شو بتسمي حكي؟
بدنا نلعب مع اثنين والاثنين منفيتين تيم سبيك. خوبا فهمون وين بدنا نروح وين بدنا نجي.
يلا تعال.
يا معك انا حبيبي حط
لا ما في حدا معي.
يا اخي حط ريدي. الو
ايه
كبوز ضل ريدي.
لك انا حطيت صرت بقلب جيم قلت لك مانك معي.
يا ما اكلتش اللعبة عندك اطلع.
طالع راح اكملها. مولتوف مو صاير هبك عم يتشفتر؟ لول؟
صاير؟ لك صحيح عرفت شو صار بجهازك بعد المثل بورد لا؟
لسه عتو عندي ما عملت شي مالي خلق الله.
انت والله حيقولوا لك خلاص ما عاد هلا يمشي الحال لانه صار لك زمان عندك، صار لك اكثر من اسبوع ويخزقوك، بتشوف.
نايس جيم كراش. مولتوف مولتوف ملوخرة.
نعم.
شو البوت نتس بالضبط؟
البوت نت هو بوت حلو كيف البوت تبع السي اس جو مش عنده انترنت. البوت نت مثل الفيروس حلو. بس مهمته انه بتفتحه بنتشر اكثر بكثير من الفيروس وبتتحكم فيه عن طريق موقع تعمل على النت. وهيك فيك تبعت له اوامر عن طريق النت لكل البوتات تبعونك، يعني تحدد لك والله 50 بوت بتبعتهم لهم يلا روحوا انتوا دوسوا هذا الاي بي، بروحوا بيقولوا في دوسه.
طيب شلون في عالم تسرق سكنز من البوت نت؟
شو؟
شلون في عالم تسرق سكنز من البوت نت تطلع على الدنيا ضباب؟
شو قصدك؟
يعني في لا الدنيا مطر، يعني في عالم تسرق سكنز تعمل سكام من ورا البوت نت.
انت عندك واحد عشان كانك محقق يعني يجي شيء.
ايه بس في على الموبايل هلا.
بس ما في مشاريع، ما عندك الموبايل تاخذ منه.
طب في شيء مثل شو كان اسمه نشرات للموبايل؟
في اندرويد جاك هيك كان اسمه، ما بعرف شو كان اسمه.
ما بدي اندرويد، بدي اي او اس. اندرويد شو قلت لي اسمه؟
اندرويد جاك، والله ما متذكر شو كان اسمه بالضبط، اعتقد اندرويد جاك.
يا بينجو ريدي. الو.
وكان صرت هي ثاني مرة بقلب جيم يا الله.
مو قلت لي اطلع؟
يا الله هبل.
مو قلت لي اطلع مطر؟
فكرت ضباب مطر بلعب. هبك رح شخ عليك.
ايش سناب ان افيلبل؟ شو بعت لي خذوني معك واخوك الصغير؟
خلاص انسى.
حتعلم والله. حكاك تعلم والله، ما حكى حتعلم والله تاعته. ما حتعلم والله شكله.
لا ما رح يتعلم.
10 ديسمبر 2017.
بدنا نلعب كومب.
كومب؟
ايه
روح اشتري اي.
لا بدي اعمل بوست لواحد.
شو رانكو؟ روح جوش بول.
تأخرت مالي رايح، تأخرت.
كبست اف بالغلط.
ايه ما نط خذ سيارة من هون. الناس صارت تحت ولوتت بده والله ينطوا الطيارة. نايس روح موت.
يا لا تخاف تعال.
هذا صوت بليبوفكا حبيبي.
انا على اللي بوفكا ما بروح.
لا
اللي بوفكا فورجيز.
اوكي.
انا ما رح احتاج اقول في عالم. في عندي 3 في عالم هيك.
لا عم انا تفاجأت صراحة في معقول مالتوف
هيك عاد لساته بالمطار.
والله ماني فاضي اعبر نفسيا.
تخيل في طيارة رايحة من جورج بول.
النفسيات ما تخيلوا اسف.
قول ايري.
شو ردك مالتوف شو ردك؟
ما عندي رد انا، نفسيات ما برد.
طيب بعد نظامي. تخيل الطيارة معدية من جورج بول وطلعت فيها حدا جورج بول. تخيل
ما في احد جورج بول؟
طلع فيها حدا جورج بول هيك متفاجئ.
لعمة اصلا كيف؟ حياتها ما صارت.
يعني مو اكبخ منك الا هو.
لك مو هاي جورج بول الثاني.
جورج بول ما 60 الثاني. ايه
بيفيد بيه يا نادم يا نادم.
قال شان تسوي على الجسر جايدي جرمت بتناقش شو احلى شي بالكروسبو يا مولوتوف. بتفيل على واحد 5 رصاصات وهو ما له حيص عليك وانت واقف جنبه. اليوم كنت في جوجون معلم معي ابو شوكه واحد قاعد ليطي بزاويه عاد
ذاك المره انا ومجاكس عم نلعب حلو معه هو كروسبو في اثنين ضدنا لقيت ام 4 حطيت قاعد بضرب عليهم ما عم بعرف اصيبهم الاثنين عبرتوا انا قاعد بضرب عليهم ما عم بنصابوا.
ما بدك كروسبو شيء.
المهم
ايه ايه ايه
معلم انا ضرب ما اجيبه هن عبروا ما لا غير مجد نزلت هيك بدك راسبو نلعب فرطه ضحك معلم ما في شوي ولا الثاني متخبي ورا صخره ما عم بقدر اضربه انا متخبي هو على الطرف اليمين عم بيطلع على الطرف اليسار. ما تلاقي غير معلم مجد طن نزلت هيك راسبو كمان هيك شو رد ضحك وقتها.
معلم بدك تضحك. شو اعمل لك؟ انت بجورج وول وانا بلبوفكا حبيبي. شو بتحب اعمل لك مثلا؟ تليبورت لعندك؟ فرط وين؟
واحد ماسكني ما بيخليني يتحرك.
طيب شو اعمل؟ العمى مو فاهم.
واحد عمل لي راش.
اوه يا حرام. تعرف نظامي زعلت عليك. العمى حالتك بتأسي. طيب ليش ما اخذت سيارة وجيت لعندي؟ ليش هيك مخكتني؟
والله كنت رايح على السيارة عم لقيت اثنين.
ايه انا حطيت لك السيارة وين قلت لك بدها تنزل؟
شو لقيت؟
ام كي.
طيب شو رايك تطلع؟
User left your channel.
بنروح بنشوف البريزن لاني حكيت لك تروح على السيارة. والله لو انت ميت وما دخلك كنت طلعت انا من اول هذا كنت والله زتيت حالي بالسيارة هيك. بس لانك لانك بدك تموت خريه ما راح ازت حالي بالسيارة.
والله انك حنفي يا اتش بي كي.
خزيتنا على الستريم الله يغزيك.
ليش فاتحين ستريم؟ والله كم متابع؟
2.
مين هن؟
ايش عرفني؟
اسك
ما بيطلعوا عندي التعليقات. بدي اروح افتح الصفحة حتى اشوف التعليقات. انا بشوف التعليقات بعد ما اخلص البث معلم.
شو اسم صفحتك؟ شو اسم
طخيار يا
الشانل؟ مالك لايف؟
لايف والله لايف.
عامل لك سكسكرايب
عمل لي 6 عمل لي 6.
بدي اعمل لك سكسكرايب
ما تعمل لي 6 ملتوف يا ملتوف ملتوف. إلى لبوفكا يا بني.
والله ما بنزل لبوفكا.
لا تنزل لطيزي ومالي طالع هالمرة.
لا تروح لبوفكا لا تروح لبوفكا بليز مان.
واي انا دايما بنزل معك مدرسة كوخ.
يا الله فك لبوفكا.
ايه فاك يو. في واحد مبوسني معلم. نظامي اعطاني مجأة. وينه هرب؟ ما في زلمة. لا والله اجر فيه معي على الهنجارات ليكو.
تعال ننزل في بوكسين قدام محمد علي.
لا 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 شباب ما يطلع له فرد الله يبوكسنا. قوم ادخل انت على هنجار وانا على هنجار.
لا واو هنجاري فل معلم ما فيه شيء.
والله وانا هنجاري. انا في بين كلر هلا بفج.
انا معي طرف انفول حجم بيطيزه. هو هنجار فاضي تعال عندي. عم يبوكسني.
عم بوكسك بوكس جاي بعصاية.
قولي صاحبين اركض اخويا.
تعال عندي. لك يلعن كل شيء انا راقد وراكم. جاي بالعصاية يركض طلع علي هربوا. بالعصاية والله شرقت وراه بالعصاية. الفيو دخل على بيت ادخل على البيت لا يسح. تعال معي. الفيو دخل على
اوه اي حبيبي الفيو مو دخل يلاقي سلاح. الفيو لا ايش نكحني فيها.
والله نكحك. صور بالعصاية يا عرصات.
ما سلاح يسارك وراك.
بعرف. بالعصا.
يلا ريدي. كثير عامل فرق بين اليوتيوب والهذا. وات ذا فاك معك 44,000؟ معك 44,000؟ Give me some.
اوكي. انت جد معك ليه؟
معي 1000. ناوي تصير ستريمر يا هبل؟
لا بس عجبتني اليوتيوب معلم. بحفظ كل العابي كل شغلاتي. مساحة ببلاش.
إذا بتقولي اللي بفكر شاحخ عليك.
ثانية اشوف الطيارة اللي بفكه. طيب شو اعمل لك؟
ما بقدر.
طيب روح بريزون.
يلا بريزون. يما وات ذا فاك يا. طب اللي لما تنطي لعنك كلب.
ما حكينا بريزون؟ ما عندك خريطة؟
فاتح سناب يعني يو نو هبك.
مان فاك يو. ايش يعني ما في حدا غيرك؟
مان كانت يعني
مان يعني خليك مثلي هيك انا.
غيري طيزي. اكيد ما في حدا غيري.
خليك مثلي انا معلم، بالسنة ببعت سنباية.
نو.
بطيز الزمن معلم ببعت هيك سنباية.
نو. معه مقلاي معه مقلاي طجك فيه.
لا طجني. متت يلعن. بينجو نطيت لتحت او متت.
وانا نطيت وراه.
تعال عيشني. عامل له رفيقه نق، عم يعمل له عم عيشه.
لا مالك عامل انه
عامل له نق والله قبل ما انزل. لا بالمقلاية عملت له نق ونزلت.
طرقك مقلاي.
عملت له نق ابو المقلاية قبل ما انزل.
خذ هي باندجز ولا ما بدها؟
هاتهم
ليكو تحتها.
اقعد شوف. وهي عادة. لا جيب سلاح مثل العالم.
معي ماكتين.
خلص ما تتخبى.
صار معي انفو.
خلص هالباندجز وطلع له الرشة مثل خدش. يلا رش.
عم بيلوتوا هن ما
جيبوا بدي الكلب ده. بدي هذا الكلب او المقلاية. واحد كل.
وانا واحد كل.
خلاص.
اي
ايه وات؟
مين وات ذا فاك هبك؟
انت عم بتقوس لاحظتي؟
لا والله مو انا.
وينه؟ عم بسمع صوت عم بقوس جنبي.
وانا
تحتي ليكون تحتنا.
ثواني
تعال خليك جاي.
ثواني باخذ ريد بول. انا ما معي طلق.
انا معي 18 حصطيزي. وقف استنى.
وين ابن الكلب؟
خلص انا بدي اطلع على السطوح لاني كان في هولوجراف بدي اجيبه.
قبل يفوت قبل البيوت اللي فوقنا.
كار هنجار.
ايه
اين هنجار؟
الاول
من طرفنا. بعد لي فوق يا اخي كاني عم يضرب.
واحد فوق واحد تحت.
هدول اثنين. وين التحت؟ اين هنجار؟ اين اول؟
هنجار الاول.
انت عم تضرب من فوق؟ شفته.
هدي
واحد شفته، واحد طحشت له انا ابو الهنجار.
خليني اعرف ركز تساوي. ايه ركزت نزلت نوك.
انت حرام توقف محلك. معه كار لازم تطحش له تلزق بطيزه يا اخي.
لك ما وقفت هون انا عم شوف اللي عم يقصني من تحت.
اللي من تحت عيفك منه. قلت لك انا كنت منتهي مع اللي تحت عم نحب بعض.
خلاص نزلنا بمنطقة ماشي حال مرة بريزنت ومرة
ايمن فاتح ثاني نشوف انسى ريب. ايمن يا زلمه ما بعرف شو الانترنت عنده هالنهارين. هيته المخدم تبعه تعب عم بيعملوا صيانة. معلم صار له نهارين بتخالتي يمسك بابا نيني بابا نيني بابا منها مثل الجاكور. بس ان شاء الله بتكون صيانة هاي بتوقع.
جاكبر وينه؟
عم بيحكي معي بس ما عم بيدخل. قال ما من اللعب وكمبيوتره ما عم بيمشي حاله. وبننزل على ميل تباور. بحياتنا نزلنا على ميل تباور.
وينه؟
هاي التحت.
اعمل سبام.
نزل جنبي واحد. اثنين 3 4. أنا 4.
لعن أمي سناب. أوه صاروا على الأساطيح شباب. 4 على الأساطيح.
خلي يا لو ال4 مع بعض نحن نلاقي سلاح. ليش ما في باب هنا والله فكر.
نايس لوت. نايس لوت مو نايس لوت. اطلع لون؟
لا 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 سؤال لا سلاح.
معي فيكتور. اي واحد وشي.
لا لا مرحبا. استنى بوكس.
اتركه لا يموت لحاله.
هذا معلم الله عم سبسب على الرفيق عم بقول له نزلوني. بوكسوني حتى الموت. خليك جنبي من جو يعني في 4 ببنايتي 3 ببنايتي.
ما انا عم دور عليهم.
هنا ببنايتي ما شفت نزل على السطوح. فوقي تمام.
قتلته.
قتلت واحد معي.
زي اللي عندي.
ما بحسن صعب شوي حيصرني. مسكلة عم بستناه يقرب. بدي افرجيه اللعب لهالعالم.
شلون انا بدي اوصل لعنده؟ ممكن اعرف
هو بالطابق الثالث فوقك تمام هو. لا تطلع له بينجو نظامي. لا تطلع له بده يصير ثاني اذا بتطلع له. خلص خليك.
اوكي والله ماني طالع له.
فوقك تمام. لا تنادي بليز لا تجي فيني. صار قدامك هو.
ما في حدا عندي.
فوقي
نزلت واحد نوك ونزلت الثاني.
بدك تلحظ طيزي حكيت لا تطلع يا اخي.
هو ما طلعت هو نزل عندي.
ايه انت
واحد نوك.
ما طلعت. انت بتساعدك بالطابق نفسه اللي كنت فيه انا ما. وين النوك احكي.
بالبين هذا بين الدراج.
حاجرت ملايين سنة لتحكي وين النوك.
عم بكتب شغله
ابو اير.
خلص هي اخر شيء.
لا نظامي بدي انزعج اطلع ريج كويت اذا بترجع بتعملها هي فيني.
لا والله
ليش طلعت؟
شو ليش طلعت؟
ليش طلعت لفوق؟ مو حكيت لك اني فوق؟
مشان قلت لك يا فكرت واحد
1 2 10 مليون، قلت لك لا تطلع.
تعال اضربني.
ايه لاني دمك خريه.
نزلت واحد نوك ولا لا؟
وقاري بالنوك.
بهدك ولا ضباب اطلع. بدك تطلع.
لعب طب.
خلص تراست مي اخر جيم دفسه. العمش مشفتر حلبي. عليك وعلى متابعينك. يلا ريدي. هبك.
معلقت اللعبة عندي أكلة خرا. because best لعبة 2007.
وين مشيت؟
User was moved to
ماجيكس.
your channel.
هلا انت حاليا على يوتيوب لايف، تفضل شو بتحب تعطينا كلمة؟ طشرنا الوقت وجنا ملمومين.
ابدا ما في مزح.
والله هيك دغري على السنة.
طب شو عم تساوي؟
بدي العب مع مولوتوف.
شو بدك تلعب مع مولتو؟
بيك فايت. ليش هيك بتلعب العاب جيز؟ لانه احنا جيات. يعني اتش بي كي بدافع عنكم؟ الزق. يلا get the fuck up. يلا انقلع.
User was moved out of your channel.
ريدي يا زقة. هبك ليش ما تصير هيك مثل العوكة وتعمل شغلات؟
لاني ماني جاي.
والله شبك متسلع وصير نحط بوب فلاش بنفوت.
ما عندي وقت. انا اصلا بعمل ستريم عشان احفظ شغلاتي بدون ما اخذ مساحة على كمبيوتري.
كم متابع هلا فيه؟
والله ما بعرف، ما بطلع.
طلع بركي هيك شي 10,000 لقيتهم فجأة.
شو عامل لون اصلا عربي؟
لا شرقي. نايس باك. خلص هلا نو مور سناب شات رسمي.
انا بقول لك بس شفتك هيك حسيتك هيك صفنت لك صفنة عجيبة، شايل حالي وطالع انا.
لا
زاع الخرية ولا تموت.
لا هي صعبة يعني على السكول ضلك مقاوم صعب. هي انت وحظك.
لا ما انت وحظك. زي ولا تموت.
ابو 1 2 3 4 5 6.
لا تنزل على السطوح اذا هيك.
وين رايح انت؟
انا ما نزلت على السطوح، نزلت على الملعب.
ما انا كثير صعب اني انت ارجع للسطوح.
هذا انت اللي بعد 5 سنين حتى نزل.
لا انا صرتهم.
هاي مرحبا، واحد قدامي. الو كسخ.
ايه عم بعمل ريلود.
هلا ليه انت لقيت سلاح؟ انا نزلت على الملعب لقيت واحد يمشي عم يستناني، ما بعرف شلون هو وصل قبلي يعني.
على وجع الراس. وين بدك تروح؟
لبوفكا.
كمان على الميليتري؟
كمل ميليتري.
لا لا بتجيب لي سنة لبوفكا، نظام لما كان عندك لابتوب كرهتني فيها.
يا اخي انا بحب المدينة اخو
وانا ما بحبه.
انت ما حدا سأل على رأيك.
واو. لا الطيارة مكحشنا الطيارة.
ليش بحياتك ما راح تتعلم تنزل مثل العالم والخلق؟
هيك شات لحظة. ليه كنت صرت جيزي؟ سبقتك ولا ما سبقتك؟
سبقتني على شو؟
شو على شو؟ مين وصل قبل على جورج على الميليتري؟
ايه بدي اشوفك انت بعد شلون لا تنزل قبلي. هاي
مين وصل قبل طيزي؟
واحد معي سماع.
معي كار بس ما بفيد بشيء.
شو ما بفيد في شيء؟
ما في سكوب.
ايش عرفنا؟
نزل نوك.
حلو حلو. خلاص هي خلاص هي فانا بكمل. عندي يا حبيبي عندي. عاد بعمل له.
وين؟ تعال عندي هنا.
هاك
والله؟
هاك ريج
واحد عم يقتل.
مبين ريج. شو مرة تحط رد اليوم؟
طيب ايه استمروا.
فزنا ولا خسرنا يا حبيبي؟ بس انت يعني شوف وين جاتكا، افتح الماب شوف وين جاتكا وشوف وين المكان اللي انت فيه.
Channel switched.